Show of the day, actually. Oh, look how good we look. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019. We are at the beautiful tap room at Dub's Dread in Winter Park, College Park. I was at a commercial real estate event earlier. So Todd was kind enough. This is Todd Schroth, by the way.
Hi.
Todd Schroth, who we had to reschedule when we had the alleged tornadoes and all that stuff coming through last week or the week before. Anyway, let us know you can hear us and see us. That's the most important part. Yes, my eyes are still bad. Yes, I'm Corey Hart, sunglasses at night. Make all your jokes. Get them out of there. Hi,
Right.
Pat Brower.
Oh,
yeah, Todd's going to
there we
put his on. Good. See, we're like the Blues Brothers now. I'm definitely Jake, whoever the big one is. Hey, Gert. So I guess you guys can hear us or see us, so you would yell at us. Thanks for being flexible on the time. Thanks for rescheduling. Thanks for being flexible on the location. You didn't have to go to the Citrus Club.
Yeah, this is great. Works better for us, and glad we're able to get down here. This is awesome.
I'm very, very excited. All right, so Todd Schroth, everybody. Todd Schroth's with EXP. We're going to hear his story. Welcome to the show.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited for you to be here, right?
Yeah.
All right, so give us a little origin story on you, and you're going to get to tell an origin story that I don't hear very often.
Well, you said don't tell me I was born into real estate, and I actually was born into real estate because my parents have been selling since the early 70s, and Mom just celebrated her 52nd year as an agent licensed, and so I'm not 50s. So
where did they sell? What part of
Chicago and down here.
Ah, that's where I was trying to figure out the accent.
Yeah, we're northern, and we relocated here about 25 years ago. I pretty much got into real estate about a year out of high school and spent my first few years buying and selling real estate, and then got, after managing 100 properties and fixing and flipping and doing all that good stuff in the mid-90s, decided it was time to do something different and get licensed and actually, sell the product. And so at 25 years old, I got licensed, and here I am.
I can't believe, hey, happy Tuesday, Batman.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I actually have somebody on here who did it like immediately out, like they were basically raised up that way.
Yep.
Did your parents tell you, did they give you pointers and hints about what to do and what not to do? Did you go to open houses with them? I mean, what was it like growing up?
Be the kid hanging out in open houses, be the kid hanging out in the car, waiting for my mom to finish a listing appointment. We didn't have the iPhones and things that our kids have now that I could take them to a showing and watch a video. It's like beeping on the horn, Mom, let's go. And, now I realize, wait, I was hurting her paycheck. It's like, kids, here's the iPad, go watch a movie, we'll be done in
That's so great now, right? Because because your kids are 10 and 11, you can keep them occupied. Back in the day, we had nothing. I mean, I guess we could have read or played something in the car.
How ironic would that have been?
Who would read back then? But it's funny because a lot of times when kids grow up in a specific business, like it's a family business, that's the last thing that they want to do. So what was different? Why did it create an environment for you? What was attractive to it?
It was nothing I wanted to get into. I never wanted to be in real estate, and I just I had a buddy that was in high school that we graduated with, and he was buying and selling foreclosures, and I ended up getting right in along with him, and that kind of attracted me back into the business. I always thought, I don't want to be driving buyers around and, hanging out with sellers and doing all that stuff, and it's honestly those things that I hated, I love.
Isn't that funny how it comes full circle?
Yep.
And do you wonder if you hated it just because it was your mom and you had a million other things, you want to be outside, you want to be doing anything but working?
No, I just, it's funny because when, a lot of agents will say, do you ride the buyers in your car, do they follow you and stuff? And 9 out of 10 times we want to have the clients with us because you get to know them, you get to hear their stories, you get to talk with them longer versus, all right, you follow me and I'll get to the next house and then we'll sit and talk. No, it's, we can communicate while we're on the way. And it's, you get to really get to know them. And I think that's the biggest part.
I like that old school approach because I think a lot of people miss out on building the relationship and the rapport with their buyers, especially buyers, because that's the time where they can actually, they could be talking about oh God, I can't stand that person while they're driving their own car.
Right.
Or they could be going, this is not doing it for me. If you're in the car with them, they can actually have those conversations with you.
Right.
I'm really not comfortable with that, Todd. What about this?
Right.
And you're building that rapport.
Well, you wonder when I was watching one couple a few years ago, and she's in the back, he's in the front, and they're texting, and you realize they're texting each other, and they're like, what are they texting about? Thank God I've sold them 3 or 4 homes since, in the last 6 years. So it was a good relationship, but it was funny.
It's funny because I think people underestimate the value of that.
Yeah.
And so everybody's used to meet me at the house or meet me at the other house or we've Because back in the day, I remember as an insurance agent, I owned a title company too. We would, when the realtors went out, I mean, you were out for the day. You were like 8 houses in, 9 houses in. You didn't really have the opportunity to do the homework that we get to have now. But I still think they miss out because they don't take the 3 or 4 houses they've isolated and said these are the ones, and then they just meet them there and they continue to drive on their own. I love that you do that.
No, and I think it's just the conversations create clients, and it creates long term, because then you get to talk to them. Hey, actually my mom's moving, or this is happening, or that's happening, and you get to know them more. I mean, the seller, you spend the first hour to 2 hours with them. When you go to the listing appointment, you hear their story, you learn about their house and all that stuff, so you have the one-on-one with them. Buyers, if you're only showing them one house, they're not going to meet you at the office and then go.
Right.
You're just going to meet at the property. But a lot of relocation to Orlando, which is great. So they're coming in. We're spending some time with them. Husband's coming in the next day. We're going to spend more time with them. It's funny telling the same story twice. It's like, wait, the wife's already hearing this, and
yeah, but it's good. They like to hear things multiple times.
It is.
Dudes miss things.
Yep.
We don't say what we're supposed to say. So where were you before EXP?
I was RE/MAX. I was there for 20 years, or 18 and a half years.
And is your wife in the business too?
She is. She's also licensed. She's actually onboarding with EXP this week.
Awesome.
So she's joining in as a licensed agent. She's more does our staging for us, and we're going to collaborate as a husband and wife team. We do run a full team of agents that do out, that go out and actively sell for us. And I've got 2 admin support staff at the office as well.
So a lot of people, I mean, I want to know, but I think people, when you make a change like that, change is hard for people. What were the obstacles, and what was the final factor where you're like, all right, it's 20 years, 20 years is a long time in any place. So now you're making a leap to a new company. What was it that were some of the obstacles, and then how did you finally make the decision?
I look at RE/MAX still as my first company I was with, but it was really my second real estate company I was with, because I was with the first one for 2 weeks, and the day I had to do floor time, I left. And when I realized the money that I was going to pay them for their splits, I would have paid a year's fees of RE/MAX in the first 2 deals or whatever it was. And my parents were with RE/MAX since 1986, so I knew the brand, knew the company, knew the clientele, and the people I would be collaborating around. And I thought I was going to die with a balloon over my head. And as we were expanding, as this business is changing right now, we knew there was change that was going to be coming for us, and we wanted to expand our team. And I think it was, we wanted to expand under our own brand, and some of the franchise stuff kind of stops that. I can't get, talk too much on it, but we just wanted something different. And, we looked at going off and doing our own indie brokerage, and or looking at different models, even maybe opening our own franchise and having it just as a team concept. And when I got introduced to EXP, I heard about them 2 years ago, looked at it, didn't quite understand the model, and I think it took someone else talking to me about the model that they have, why it worked for us. And they let us build our own business and have our own space, create our own brick and mortar. It is a cloud-based brokerage with no office space, and a lot of agents don't care about office space, and a lot of them do.
Right.
I treat it like a job. I go to work at 9 o'clock, I come home at 5. Obviously there's later hours and earlier mornings, but if you can treat it like that, you're going to get out of the house. You're not going to sit there, hey, I need to clean my pool today, or I'm going to go walk the dog, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to go do that.
Right.
You get focused when you walk into an office, and that's why I like having my brick and mortar. We've got a 2,200 square foot office space, conference room, lounge.
So okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy. Hey, Kathy. So that's good to know, because I think that is a perception out there that you don't have to have, and why would you have? But for you, it's important to have the place to go.
Yep.
And it's not just for you. It's for you. I think the way that you guys market, I'm assuming, is there's some sort of cool stability with that. I like kind of the old school thing.
I have clients that come to my office. I met with one this morning. Instead of meeting at his house, he wanted to meet at the office, which, hey, let's go to Starbucks. No, I want to meet you in my office.
Right.
And, and our office is in our neighborhood, so we're within 2 miles from our house, so it works great for us. And I want a place for my team to work. I want a place for my support staff to work, and we all have a place to get to.
So was it hard making the shift? This is for any business entrepreneur, whoever's out there. When you're making a shift from a place you've been at for a long time, there's obviously things that you have to overcome. There's always some sort of transitional stuff, right? Was it easier because the model was so positive for you? What were some of the things that you were like, all right, I can do this because, and you have a team to convince too, right?
Yep. And it was easy when I looked at it was more for me numbers than anything. Is it gonna, if we do the same volume this year that we did last year, are we going to make the same money, or are we going to make more or less? And for me, I was obviously making more, making the move, but I had to look at my team members at the same time. What do they need to sell to make more? Because the numbers are different. And so I sat down and I ran variation spreadsheets trying to figure out the different things that can happen, what's better for her, because I'm not their employer, but I am responsible for them.
Absolutely.
And I have to worry about my livelihood as well as theirs. And if they're not, if I'm not getting them into business, or I'm getting them into a business that's going to cost them more money, then why would they want to move with me? So
Correct.
The whole team moved over with us, which is awesome. A lot of times you hear that the teams move, and the half the team stayed, the half of them left. We wanted the whole group to come with us, so that was a beautiful thing for us. And we do a ton of swag, from golf towels to koozies to closing bins to Yetis to cutting boards, everything. So when I've got a whole box of, or actually I still found another box of coffee cups and luggage tags and things that we still have Remax on, I'm like, what do we do with this stuff?
Right.
And you order in bulk because it's cheaper. And when we are rebranding, we're like, shoot, what are we going to do? Because it's going to cost, it's a good chunk. And so you got to make sure you were making that right decision.
Correct.
And so that was, it's fun ordering all new swag and handing all the new swag
there is
out.
something exciting about it, right? Because
Yeah.
you're getting new stuff. Thanks, Rebecca. Rebecca Soto's in the background, by the way. She came for a NAREP show because the rally is Thursday, but we're just happy to have her here. So what was it like that first day, right? Because you get all the excitement, you sign all the papers. That's what a lot of people ask me after some of these shows. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, what was it like their first day, Ted? You have to ask. And was the transition as smooth as, what could people do to make it better for them who were thinking about making a move?
Well, I mean, it's really just, it's strategy going into it. So we spent 30 days really planning out the move, getting the things ordered ahead of time, like our signs. That was our biggest thing. I mean, swag is one thing, but getting the print material, the signs, your marketing presentation, all that stuff done and ordered. Get someone to help guide you through the process. I've got a full-time marketer on the team, but that's all she did. And we did this during Christmas, hoping it was our slower time. Ironically, it was one of our better December. So in the process of making a move, we ended up selling 8 homes, closing 10, getting some new listings. And, one of them was funny because we figured we'd take the listing and it would just transfer to the new company. And all of a sudden, during the process of the transfer, we get a contract, close in 10 days. And who says your homes don't sell during the holidays? And we close before the end of the year.
That's old school stuff.
Oh,
man.
it was great. But those were some learning curves that we had, and some things of moving, really 6 people over, how to do it for the next one. So everybody that joins the company now, we're sitting down with them and talking about strategy. Don't move tomorrow if you don't have to. Let's talk about strategy. What's the steps? And we've created the sheets of, here's the things that are going to happen the first 10 days. Here's, all the way down.
That's so cool.
Because there's a lot of people that are making movement to the new company, and so we wanted to make sure we don't have, our hiccups we learned that have been perfected by others. We wanted to kind of be able to provide that same thing.
And so how, I heard you mention that you have a marketing person.
Yeah.
She emailed me, very sweet, but that's a big task in real estate. Why is marketing important? And you also do Facebook Live too. So the traditional door knocking, door hanger stuff, I get it that it works for some people, and I have nothing against it. But what are you doing in the new world? What are you creating in the new world, and why is marketing and video important?
Well, I don't door knock. I don't door hang. Well, actually, I did door knock, but I was 10 years old, and I was hanging door hangers on the doors for my mom and dad. My dad would give us a stack, and we'd go out, and that was our chores instead of raking leaves or cutting grass. Awesome. We still had to do that too. But that was traditional farming. You're literally leaving something in everybody's mailbox. I don't know if I can get my kids to do that, but we're also in Chicago, and it was never 100 degrees in the summer.
True.
For that to happen. But the idea of marketing is, the agents today versus 20 years ago, we're building brands around ourselves, and you've got, even though you're with a national brand, you are still your own brand, and that's one of the things we also, when we made the move, is that going to affect us? And it's really, they don't see the Remax, they don't see the XP, they just think of Todd Schroth. And that's the name that's out there in the
community. People buy you. people get so caught up in where they're at. And look, it can provide you good support, good ideas.
Yeah.
But honestly, when your people list with you, buy your product and service, whatever business you're in, they're buying you.
Yep.
It has everything to do with you. That's why I think video is so important, because it's an immediate thing where you can show people, hey, I haven't met the whole world, but here's what Todd's like. He actually can make a joke and laugh. No, because people will look at these flyers they get and these things they get, and they don't realize that we're human beings.
We're standing against our fancy cars with our smirk smile and our three-piece suit, and it's, you got to be real. But the traditional way, having our own marketer on staff on the team allows us to get very creative, and if we don't like it, I don't need to submit 16 changes. She's got the same creativity in her mind as we do. And Rachel's been with us for 6-7 years now.
Wow.
So when you've got someone who's been around that long, knows how you are and how to work with you and the kind of marketing you want, can bust things out real quick. And I'm bad at it. If I want to do a Facebook Live, I will tell her, hey, send me open house, hashtag blah, 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 with the right emojis, and she'll send it to me. I'll copy and paste it in there, because I can't get creative in the content there. That is why we have someone who can do that.
But I think it's like, so you either have to know how to do it.
Yep.
So I'm on the cusp of knowing a little bit for somebody my age.
Yeah.
Or you don't. Or you don't, just a teeny bit, trust me.
Yeah.
Or you don't know it and you hire someone, or you have to find that in between. The people that won't spend money on a social media person, that won't spend money on a marketing person, you are missing out. Unless you know this stuff inside and out. I know millennials and whatever that younger group is, that they also don't know how to do a Facebook Live show. They don't know how to do anything live on video. Their marketing is stagnant because they're not willing to pay, and then they don't know how to do it. So where are you going to go if you don't have any of that?
We had what she called herself was a non-millennial millennial who was creative but couldn't quite grasp the concept of speed, time, and creativity. And we've got a younger agent work with us now, and she's we just give her an idea and she runs with it. I mean, it's crazy. And I'm like, I'll throw something out there and she'll have it done in 10 minutes, where it would take me like, all right, I need to go find some YouTube videos to learn how to do that. I'm great at coming up with ideas. The execution is, I rely on others.
Listen, I'm an ideas person. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm whatever that high I is, right? And I'm like the highest I, probably same as you, and then I want everybody else to implement it.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is. It's a DC something, but I'm the worst.
I just call it D for delegator.
It's so D for delegator. I'm terrible. Like, I have a million great ideas, and I can't imagine why nobody can implement all of them at one time. I'm thinking, wait, I've got more ideas after this. Why can't you get this done? But you have to surround yourself with a team that feeds those, they're not really weaknesses, but those things that you're not so good at.
Right.
And if you know that you need to, the smart thing that you guys do is you know where you have needs.
Yep.
And then you identified them, and then you found someone who can help with those needs. What a lot of people do in small business or in any business, they know the needs, and they're still going to try to do it themselves. And it's got failure and upsetness and bad vibes all over it. See, everybody's saying how much they love you, Todd, by the way. There's like been 9 comments, and we'll respond to all those later. But isn't that what that's why you have a marketer. You go, all right, I'm Todd Schroth. I've got these ideas. Okay, wonderful marketing person who's part of the family.
Right.
Here's my ideas. Can you please manifest these, make these work?
It's great when you have so many that they tell you, okay, what are your priorities? And I've got pages and pages of things that we want to try and do. And it's like, why can't you get them done? Well, because I've got other things I'm trying.
Choose, Todd.
Exactly.
But I think that's a great problem to have, because you have the creativity. Is your wife like that too?
Yeah.
Are you both on the creative
She tells
spectrum?
me to scale it back as well.
All right. So she's kind of she's in the middle. You're here, and she's kind of got this, but she understands this. Yeah.
So every week when we have a marketing meeting, Angie and Rachel are like, all right, these are all the things, and then we have a list, and I throw more ideas out there. And they're both looking at me like, "Are you crazy?" But hey, if you don't stop talking and thinking,
This is the thing. You have to brainstorm. That's another thing that a lot of people don't get. Like people hate meetings. It doesn't have to be a regular meeting like face to face. Just have some sort of discussion all the time.
Right.
Where am I at? Is this working? I have somebody that works on TED's Community, which is another project of mine, and they also help with the TED Show and with the home team stuff. And I'm constantly literally bombarding them with emails and text messages.
Yeah.
I know they want to kill me on a daily basis, but at some point they come back and go, all right, I've got the research on all this. your priorities, Ted. What do you want to do?
Right.
Where is it at? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or is it 4, 3, 2, 1, 5? I mean, you have to figure it out, but at least you're coming up with ideas.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, you've always got to be innovating, and you know, we're trying to, and you know, it's, so that helps having someone else that can take some of the creativity, either do it or just say that's not going to work or it's a waste of time.
So is there going to be a third generation? Are your 10 and 11-year-old interested at all? I mean, it sounds like they have their own lives and
they
dad.
do, yeah. My son wants to be a pro baseball player, so we'll see how that goes. And my daughter, she's right now into horses and ice skating, so we'll see where that goes. You know, they're too young to figure it out.
They're not out putting door hangers on, or
no, they're out advertising via our T-shirts,
Nice.
and helping with, you know, things along that line.
Which is also so important.
Yep.
Getting people underestimate the value of that. I call it passive marketing, kind of. But when people remember that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Ted, you do this," or "Oh God, the home team," or "Oh God, Todd, you're a realtor."
Yep.
A realtor. I heard that yesterday.
Realtor. There's no A in realtor.
Somebody yelled at me for that. All right, so what's on the horizon for you? You have a team.
Yep.
That was part of the title, was team. Are you planning to expand? What's in the future for Todd Schroth, Homes by Todd Schroth?
And it's Schroth, like realtor.
Did I say it? See?
It's not realtor, it's realtor.
This is why you know it's
Schroth,
live, people.
not Schroth.
It's Schroth.
I figured I'd correct him at some point.
I'm glad you did. Gosh, dog it. All right.
You know, the beauty of the company, I've got agents up and down, like, there's about 5 to 10 agents I've been talking with over the last 10 years that want to work with us and like create some sort of team collaboration. And, you know, we're at different companies. Why do we want to work together? You know, it doesn't benefit either one of us. You've got to leave your company, I got to leave my company, and we got to figure out how to make that work. So the beauty of EXP is that I can partner with agents across the country now and have them part of our team, our brand. You know, we can coach them, brand them, etc., and make it work. I'm working with an agent right now up at the beach who's joining our family, and you know, that's wanted to work with us for about 3 years now, and it's like, whatever we did, it wouldn't work. So now it's like, all right, cool, we can get you into our system, into our group, and bring you the tools and successes that we have to help, you know, bring you the value there. And if you got people that want to join you, you know, let's bring them on. You know, our core group is my team. Our expansion model right now is just us. We just brought in 2 new agents, which is Valerie and Renee, in January. So we're just kind of, I don't grow big and fast. I want to do it right. So we've grown to 4 of us out there selling, the 2 support staff, and my wife with the staging, and now bringing her into the model as well. So we're trying to just get that as a well-oiled machine. Once that's done, we may expand 1, 2 more, 3 more agents, but kind of out of our little market. You know, we're the Seminole County specialist up there in Northwest Seminole. You know, we get some agents that want to work like Nona or Winter Garden or something along that line. But really going coast to coast. I've got agents in Tampa and Daytona that want to work with us, so it's like we can really do that collaboration all the way across.
That's what's great about the model.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great about the model. But you also have the experience. You're also growing with your growth. I'm a big proponent of if you grow too fast, that's probably just as bad as not growing at all. It's very hard to recover.
Set for failure. I mean, you've got to be prepared.
You do, and you have. So, all right. So we're going to share. See how quick it goes. We're going to share all of Todd Schroth's contact information. How you can reach out to him. How you can learn more about EXP, the team. I love it. You're the first person I've ever had on here who was basically born into real estate and worked it as a kid.
True and tried.
I love it. Any parting words of wisdom for them? Anything you want to share before we head out?
Just keep doing what you're doing. If you want to learn and collaborate, we are here to talk and really walk you through any stage of the business or anything you have going on. You know, my contact info is, you know, my cell phone's 407-247-4184. You can find us. We got an office in Altamont Springs. Stop by. We've got a coffee pot in the back. We can have a cup of coffee with it. We got a lounge we can hang out and talk. Right on 434 and 436 area. And, you know, we can check out our website about growth, whypartnerwiththepros.com. That is an EXP-driven site that we have that talks about what EXP is about, and learn more about our team and our marketing at keepitorlandomoving.com. That is our website. That's our online business card. And, you know, just reach out to us. Love to chat, and find us on Facebook. I'm tagged here on the video. And shoot me a message on Messenger, shoot me a friend request. We'll definitely talk and collaborate.
See, I mean, you can't make that up. That's the great thing about live.
Yep.
I mean, he's just as easygoing as it seems. And that's the great thing. That's what you want in a team leader and a business owner in an entrepreneur, you want somebody who's approachable and accessible, and that's what you obviously put out there. It's been a joy. Thanks for rescheduling.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for putting in this crazy time here at the Tap Room. Shout out to Steve Gunter for letting us shoot the show here. We appreciate you.
Nice environment.
Thanks for Rebecca Soto for bringing us the wine. We love her. Go to the NAREP rally, which is Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Wyndham. Register. You got to register. Grant Wise is the speaker, so you want to definitely be there. Yeah, so thanks for being on the show, buddy. I really appreciate you. We'll see you back here. I'm going to taste beer, which you guys know I don't really drink beer, but I'm going because of Glenn Clausen at Ivanhoe Park Brewing Company, and I'll be there around 4:30, and we're going to watch Ted drink some beer.
That's
see
gonna be
what
awesome.
happens. All right, we'll see you later.
Awesome.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.